Good morning, parents and my dear students. I am Bhavna Prakash, an English teacher for class 9th. Today is 17th of April 2020. Day is Friday, and we will be discussing editing and omission. Students, in the last class, we have discussed what is editing and what is omission. And based on the same, we have done one practice exercise, and I have given you homework. So let's see the solution for the homework. The question was, traffic in such a cities have become problem nowadays. I often see young motorcyclists to ride at breakneck speed to show off their superiority over others. And the correct form is traffic in such a cities. Now cities have will not be used, we will be using has. The form of verb will be has. Become problem. Now nowadays the way it was written, it was wrong. It should have come together. So this is an omission error. We could have written in the same format as it is given in the blanks. I often see young motorcyclists. Now instead of to ride, it will be riding, a continuous form. Again, breakneck is written wrong. Omission is there. So the correct form is given in the bracket. Speed to show off. Spelling of off is wrong here. Spelling of there is also wrong here. So the correct spellings are there in the bracket. Superiority over others. It should be others, not other. Singular and plural form of the verb. There are certain mistakes here. So moving forward and talk about today's topic, that we will be discussing the format of doing editing and omission. The one exercise that I have done yesterday and today that I have done, this is for your general awareness how we do editing and how we do omission errors. But now I will talk more about how it will come in your paper and how you're supposed to write them down. All you have to take care is, as we remember the last class that we did, that you need to carefully read the passage or lines. You have to observe them carefully. After reading the passage, identify the tense. You need to identify the tense and see whether it is appropriate to the context. Wherein, if the sentence is beginning in present tense, it should end with present tense only. If it is beginning with future, it should have a future tense form in the end also. So the content should be appropriate. The form of verb should be appropriate. C for subject verb agreement, singular and plural. Check the area where word is missing or words are missing in case of omission, and check the errors as mentioned above for error correction in editing. Alright, so this is your editing format, wherein a paragraph line by line will be there and two columns, one for incorrect word and for correct word for you to correct will be provided. You have to write the incorrect word also and you have to write the correct word also. In case of error correction, write the incorrect as well as the correct word in two columns, incorrect and correct. Editing means there are certain wrong words which are written and you have to rectify them. You have to change them according to the sentence, or you have to fill in the correct form. Now reading the first line, which says, according to tradition, Gautam Buddha said. Now let me tell you, students, traditions are something which are not made or born in a second. Tradition are usually followed from a long time, isn't it? So when we talk about tradition, will it be present tense or will it be past tense? You guessed it right. It is past tense. So here, the form of verb, will it be appropriate? I don't think so. Will you? Alright. So the next line, in meditation in the bow tree at. Here, I find the word in because you never meditate in the tree. You meditate under a tree. See, simple errors at Bodh Gaya. Unfortunately, an original tree. When you're talking about a specific tree, will it be an or a or the? Recall your Articles. Has disappeared and is replaced. Here it is ed form. Here it is no ed. So the forms of verb are missing. Though a successor. Now here, though a successor, you need to check your prepositions. The people tree. So let's see the solutions. As I told you earlier, sit is a wrong form. It will be converted into sat. In is again a wrong form of preposition. It will be under. And in place of and, when we are talking about a specific thing, the will come. And as I told you earlier, ed and there is no ed, so we will make it ed. Replace will become replaced. Now, through a successor, through will become by a successor. The people tree. Okay. You don't go through a process, you go by a process. If you are in a habit of reading out, you can easily make out that it is not through, it is by. This is a sample of editing wherein wrong words will be written. You have to rectify and correct them, and first in the column you have to mention the incorrect word and then you have to write down the correct form. Moving to the omission exercise. Omission means something is missing or the missing word. In case of omission, write the word before and after the omitted word along with the supplied word. So now you can see for yourself there are 3 columns instead of 2. Why so? Because word will be missing. So here we have the column for word missing and you have to write a word before and after. Okay, let's read. Himachal Pradesh, a good place for eco camp. I have got the problem. Have you? Pine Hill Eco Camp, one of the eco-tourism resort. Near Barog, Himachal Pradesh, eco-tourism is gaining popularity each passing day as more and more people want to get away from the hectic schedules. This become a favorite tourist spot. I can encounter many errors while I am reading them down. While you will read them, omission exercise is the easiest one because while reading, you can easily make out something is missing. And when you know where it is missing, you can easily fill in the correct word there. Let's see the solution here. Now, Himachal Pradesh. Now, something is missing here. And what is missing? Himachal Pradesh is a good place for eco camp. Again, in this line also, a connecting or linking verb is missing. Is. Okay? Is missing. Near Barog, Himachal Pradesh. Now, Barog is where? It is located in Himachal Pradesh. So, in preposition is missing. Gaining popularity each passing day. Now, you have to gain popularity with something. If you are in a fashion or habit of reading books, it will be very easy for you to jot down the problem. Here, gaining popularity with each passing day as more and more people want to get away from the hectic schedules. This has become a favorite tourist spot. So this completes your omission format wherein 3 columns will be there, 1 for before word, 1 for missing word and 1 for afterwards. So we have done 2 types of format, 1 for editing wherein word is wrong and 1 for omission wherein word is missing. Kids, these are the 4 reference sites. Again, I am asking you to go and check out because these additional practice work or additional information may be very helpful to you to understand the topic. As practice makes a man perfect, the more you will practice, the more better you will understand the topic. Today's homework again start with the previous grammar book. You need to open them and practice the concept related to preposition, conjunction, subject-verb agreement, tense, modals, pronoun and articles. And to make your life a bit easy, I have written some crux of these concepts. So the first thing that comes here, rule number 1 as I state is, if in a sentence you will have word to, it will be followed by verb first form. कहीं भी अगर सेंटेंस में टू वर्ड आता है तो उसके बाद वर्ब की अगर कोई भी फॉर्म आएगी तो वो फर्स्ट फॉर्म की आएगी. जस्ट टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड बेटर, वी हैव 5 forms of verb. So here goes another homework that you have to open your previous books and see all 5 forms of different verb forms. Okay. Rule number 2 says if any modals come in a sentence, it will be followed by verb first form. Rule number 3 says if you have while in a sentence, then it will be followed by verb first form plus ing. If by chance you have these many words, is, am, are, was, were, or will be, or shall be, then your verb first form plus ing will only come if it is an active voice, and verb third form will come if it is a passive voice. So you need to brush up your active voice and passive voice also. Rule number 5 says articles. A and the. A will come before any consonant sound and the subject will be singular. And will be following any vowel sound, but the subject should be singular. If we are talking about any specific thing, whether it is singular or plural, we will be applying the. Rule number 6 says if a sentence starts with any form of verb, say it is in past, so it will end in past also. Same goes for future and for present. Rule number 7 says if in a sentence you have this word did, it will be followed by verb first form. Rule number 8 says if you have everybody, everyone, somebody, someone, nobody, no one, anybody, anyone, then the form of verb which will be appearing after these words will be singular form of verb. Rule number 9 says verb first form for plural will have I, we, you and they, and verb first form, singular verb form, will be for he, she, it. S and ES is a singular form. Most of you make errors here only. If you say SES and ES after any verb form, you think it's plural, but it is in turn singular. And rule number 10 says if you are using and conjunction to join two sentences, it will only be happening if the first part of the sentence and the second part of the sentence will have same form of the verb. For example, if the first sentence is having verb first form, so the second sentence will also have verb first form. Similarly, it goes for every form of verb. This is certain rules and basics of grammatical concepts that you should be knowing. So open your books and keep searching for the relevant data. Now these are the two examples again, which is based on the things that we have done today. One is for editing and one is for omission. You have to do it on your own at home and keep on searching for new exercises and complete them. As I said earlier, practice makes a man perfect. So copy them down. You can pause the video, you can see this video repeated times and number of times and try and make use of your time as well as the content that I have given you. पेरेंट्स मैं आपसे ये अनुरोध करना चाहूंगी कि आप अपने बच्चों को प्रोत्साहित करते रहें कि वो कुछ ना कुछ नया रोज सीखें, प्रैक्टिस करें, जो पढ़ाया जा रहा है होमवर्क पूरा करें, और जब तक हम फिर मिलते हैं घर पे रहिए, स्वस्थ रहिए, सुरक्षित रहिए. धन्यवाद.